Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome to the Daily Drop-In Morning Show with the Teach Better team, where we are live every single morning, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern. It is Monday, January 24th, so Jeff and I are live to goof off, start your week, share some positivity. We have some good news articles, some holidays, a new theme for the week, and let's be honest, friends, talk about the elephant in the room. I'm wearing pink, so we have a lot to discuss. I'm going to click the button so the commercial starts, but if you are watching currently, please feel free to share this feed. We always appreciate hearing from you, whether you are choosing to watch live or watching after the fact. Maybe you're even listening on Teach Better Talk podcast. So we'd love to hear from you. Also, shout out to those of you who are connected with us over on LinkedIn, because this is our first show streaming on LinkedIn. So we're going to think of a new way to go through like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch.
I've been thinking about that.
I know, let's add that in. So we'll be right back. Feel free to comment. We're happy you're here. Morning, everyone. Jeff Gargas, how are you? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. I'm good. I'm good. I'm. Is it? I think I'm confused. Possibly a little bit frightened.
You're frightened and confused on this Monday morning. That is quite a.
Yes. I don't know what's going on over on the other side of the screen right now.
Tell me more. What's wrong?
Did someone give you that as like a gift this weekend? And you felt like you're like, oh, like. My mom gave me this, and she's gonna watch Monday, so I better wear it. Like, is that like what's going on, or
no? Guys,
did you and Carly Spina go for a shopping spree? Like,
oh my God, I do feel like this is Carly Spina's color. Like, if you were to define Carly Spina in a color, it would be this pink. And if you're listening and not watching live, or like listening on the podcast, so you can't see me, I am in a Carly Spina pink. That should mean something to you.
Is it pink? Is it? It's got a little peach to it.
It is like a.
Well, hold on, I gotta. So Yeah, it's okay. It's a little darker, I think, in my view than what it actually is in real life.
It is like a fluorescent pink, like a bright as all bright pink. Yes. Yes.
Interesting. Oh, Bree has a snow day today. Happy snow day, Brianne.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Happy snow day. Relax a little bit, catch up. But like it's like an extended weekend when it happens on a Monday. Yeah, that's good. All right, here's the deal.
Okay, yeah. Can you?
I feel like I have numerous things to talk about, and none of them are an ad for anything. This is just Rae sharing her opinion. Jeff Gargas, I had a gift card to a store. I don't even know if we care what store it was, but I had a gift card.
I care what store it is, because we have to give credit what credit's due.
Okay, it was Ann Taylor Loft. For those of you who need teacher clothes, they have a great teacher discount. Just shout out, it's like 15%. Plus then everything when I walked in was 40% off. So I'm like already winning the game, right? So I walk in and they have these sweaters that are in obnoxious colors. Example number 1, bright pink. And I'm like, there's no way that I would ever wear that. But then you touch it. This is the softest sweater known to man that has ever been created on the planet. So I grabbed this one and a white one obviously I would wear, and wanted to see if I could challenge myself to wear a color. So I went to the register and told them I didn't want it. And then the saleswoman was like, it's 40% off. You do just purchase it. And I was like, okay, pressure number 1.
So you took it to the register. You told them, I brought this here, but I don't want it.
Well, like I had a whole collection.
But you were having like a buyer, buyer's
remorse. I was like, I can't purchase this. This is really pink. And she looked at me, she goes, it has a 30-day return policy. Just wear it. I was like, okay, that was the pressure I needed. I got home, tried it on, took a picture and sent it to somebody. And they were like, oh no, Rae, that is a color. You can't wear that. And I was like, okay, then I won't. And then I woke up this morning and I was like, screw it. I'm gonna wear pink on Daily Drop-In. Let's try it.
This is, I'm proud of you. It's a big moment for you.
I just feel like I'm glowing. I actually don't I feel like of all the things on the screen, it's like boom in your face.
Oh yeah. You're definitely the first thing that's grabbing everyone's attention with that.
I mean, look at our views are up like exponentially right now only because I'm in pink.
Yeah, people are sharing. They're like, do you know what's going on? Because I don't know what's going on.
here's the thing, friends. It's not that I don't like pink on other people. I just think it looks really aggressive on me. Like, this is like so bright. But here's my challenge to all of you. If it's not a snow day, because, you know, Brianne's staying in her PJs today, try and put on an obnoxious color. Here's my sway. If it's hard for you to do, get something that's super soft.
Makes it easier.
It makes it easier. So maybe I'll wear the white one at some point. But there you go, pink.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you have a life-changing experience this weekend as well?
No.
Oh.
No. Although, and I'll say it, and then we'll move on from this topic. But the Bills-Chiefs game last night was one of the best football games. I mean, it was so much fun, or at least the last quarter was. The first half was like whatever, but the last like 3 to 5 minutes was just unreal. It was so much fun, especially because I didn't care which one who won. Like, it was so much fun to watch. It was kind of wish the Bills would have pulled off, but
it was the last 13 seconds and then a smidgen of overtime. It was like not even a full 2 minutes. It was crazy.
I guess it was 25 points were scored in the last minute 54 or 2 minutes, something like that.
Right.
And then they went in overtime, and of course, you know, the Chiefs would end. I really wish, and they talked about it last night at the end, I wish that the rules were different and both teams got the ball once, because I think we would have went on a night. Like, it would have went on. We'd still be watching right now.
I think that's the problem, is everybody on the news stations I was watching after the fact were like, yes, this is what we say every time this happens. Like,
yeah, but
like, nobody agrees with this.
But I think the point is, like, because then games don't go on forever. So
I will say,
great game.
That was one of the best games of the weekend, because I don't know, spoiler alert if you guys didn't watch the football games. But every other game ended with a field goal.
All three of them, walk-off field goals, which was well. And this one, like, the overtime was from a field, like, it was just a field goal of a weekend. It was
ridiculous.
It was a good game though. This was a fun game, fun weekend of watching football, because, you know, the Browns weren't there, so I didn't really care. I was just watching for the fun of the game. So.
Okay, so I was going to ask you what team you go for, and I see that somebody just put in "Go Bengals." See, fabulous. And Lori, thank you for saying I look fabulous. You're the best, Lori. She's awesome to spend the morning with. But do you have a team, Jeff, that you're like, okay,
that's in it now?
That's in it now. Yeah.
No, but I would have liked to see the Bills go. I wouldn't mind to see. I really don't care. I mean, I'm not supposed to like the Bengals and want them to go, but I have a lot of family down there because I'm a Browns fan.
So they're like against.
But also, like, you know, it's nice to see your division go and do something big. So it'd be cool to watch the Bengals win. But you know, I don't. The Chiefs are fun to watch. I don't think I care either way. But
I'm trying to become a football fan. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before, but it's where you like understand what's going on in the game and you like cheer for a team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to bring this into my life. And I decided I've watched 2 weekends in a row. I think I'm a Rams fan. I've decided.
The Rams are good. Obviously they're good. They're doing all right, but
yeah, that's what I think I'm going for. So if anyone wants to be a pretend Rams fan with me, call me. Let's be best friends.
Yeah, I kind of wish with Tampa Bay, I really wished I wanted Tampa Bay to come back, and I wanted that win just to happen, because that would have been just an exciting finish and stuff too. And I'm not a Brady fan, but when you look at what he's done and he's 45, like, and I don't know if he's coming back next year. It would have been nice to see him win his last one. Now, if he comes back next year, then I don't care. He could have lost this year. It doesn't matter. But get that old guy at that point at 45. Jeez, that's old for football.
I know. I'm not anti-Brady either.
Crazy.
Just I had picked the Rams the week before as like a team I was going to go for, and then he so happened to be playing the Buccaneers. So then I felt like it's not that I was anti-Buccaneers. I'm a loyal person. I had been committed to the Rams.
I agree with Dave. I think you're just a Sean Buffet fan.
You know what, Dave? That would be the best comment ever if I knew who that was. I assume he plays for the Rams.
He's a coach.
He's the coach. Oh, the coach for Rams is cute. Oh, yeah, for sure. I didn't know that was his name, but he's a cutie. Mm-hmm. I support it. Wait, there was another player. Oh, not player. There was another coach that lost last weekend that was super duper cute too. I don't remember who he was. Okay, Dave, read my mind and put it in the chat. It was last week's game, so they're out. They didn't play this weekend. And
they lost last week.
They lost last weekend to the Rams. Like, who played the Rams?
Who the Rams beat last week? I don't remember. I'd have to look.
That coach was cute.
It's been a long time since last week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, wait. Other randomness, because we've like totally said nothing so far on Daily Drop-In. Good morning, everyone. We're thrilled you're here. Can I make one comment, which will probably help one person in the billions of people that may or may not hear my comment, but like it might be helpful?
Sure, that
And
sounds
you're okay if
valuable.
it helps one person? What if it ticks off thousands, but it helps one person?
Just say what you're gonna say.
Okay, here's the deal. Friends, we are not getting talking about the vaccine or the booster. There are a lot of opinions. I know we're not trying to, this is not a show where we are going to tell you what to do with your choices, but I will tell you, I did get the booster on Saturday. And I was a little nervous because everyone said that the booster, everyone's been getting sick. It's been terrible the day after.
It
I
kicked
know
my
that
butt.
it affects everybody differently. And so like, I understand that is a concern. I got the booster on Saturday and I had been joking with my friend group because we all got the original 2 shots together a year ago, that we had this like Gatorade like joke. Like if you drink 2 Gatorades, get the booster, have another Gatorade, and you have the shot at some point within the late after or early afternoon, then if you have any effects within like 12 hours to 18 hours, you're having those effects when you're asleep, which I know doesn't actually work because not everybody gets the same effects. But I will just say, for those of you who need the extra encouragement, I didn't have any effects. I felt great on Sunday. It was wonderful. So shout out to
You know
all.
what I bet it was? I bet you got the placebo.
Stop it. Don't get into this. That's not nice. But I will just say, shout out to those about the people that we were originally getting our vaccines that we like joked about Gatorade helping. We joked about having the effects. Like I got it at like 11 o'clock. So they say that the effects are typically within like 12 to 18 hours. So I was asleep. I'm a good sleeper. So again, I know that these are 1,000 factors coming together. But for those of you who might need to hear it, I really was expecting to feel like garbage tomorrow or on Sunday, and I didn't. So hopefully,
good. I'm glad you didn't feel it.
Yeah, I know
Mine
that
hit me pretty hard, so anyone who doesn't feel it, I'm happy for. So
yes, exactly. I know that it affects everybody differently, so just something to consider. Good morning to everybody in the comments. Jeff, I know that typically would transition here into like good news and stuff, but I don't feel like you told us about your weekend at all. Did you have anything exciting?
I watched football.
Just watched football. That was it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, kids are good. Family's good.
Kids are
Dog's
good. Family's good. Dog's good. Cat's good.
Good. Did you see that Dave got a new dog?
I saw Dave got a puppy. Yeah, good luck, buddy. Yeah, no, we had some more snow. We had pretty good snowfall on Saturday to Sunday. Saturday, yeah. Really, Saturday night. And I woke up yesterday and the pole on my snowblower broke. So I've got to try to either fix that or use it as an excuse to go buy a bigger, cooler one. So I haven't made that decision yet. So maybe someone can let me know. Should I fix it? It's like 10 years old. But it was still kicking pretty good. But it's a smaller one. I'm thinking big one. But they're not cheap. Those things are not.
Buy a new one. This is your sign. Like people are encouraging you to buy a new one. And look at all the snow days today. I mean, honestly,
who's that? So Bree's got a snow day. Who's the other one?
They're in our private Facebook group. If you're looking to join our private Facebook group, that's at teachbettergroup.com. Lots of people doing incredible grid work over there, and also obviously watching.
There's a lot of sharing and collaboration goes on in there. It's really a great group. So okay, now I'm getting in. Hold on, let me see.
Brianne's also talking about that she watched some new.
Oh, it's Marcy.
What?
Marcy has a snow day.
Oh, Marcy, happy snow day. Yeah.
Sorry.
I was just saying that Bria said that her weekend was full of new TV shows. So if any of you are looking for new TV shows, she's recommending Ted Lasso. I watched, I'm rewatching How I Met Your Mother because I want to watch How I Met Your Father, the new one.
I watched the first 2 episodes of How I Met Your Father.
Did you?
I'm a huge How I Met Your. I'm actually in season 8 now or 7 of How I Met Your Mother for like the 50,000th time. I watched it so many times.
That's why I'm watching it. Yeah.
So I'm watching, and I know Bree's a big fan too. We talked about it Friday night, and like, it's not bad. Now I'm a Hilary Duff fan, so like, that made me give it a shot. But so far, not too bad. I'm gonna give it a full go, and then we'll go from there. So that's a hard one to match. That show just did a lot of really good things really well. So
I will most likely do the same thing where I will watch it just for the principle because I liked the original and I want to see. And I am a Hilary Duff fan too. I hope that it all comes together. There's a few notable actors in there that I've liked in the past in other shows. So fingers crossed that it gets better and better and better.
It's not bad. And they're already making references. So, like they move into the apartment and stuff like that. So like there's little things where I think the sort of nostalgia of the show will help it. So we'll see. It's kind of like when they did spin off the Fear the Walking Dead. It wasn't that great of a show. Never has been, in my opinion. But I watched it out of like loyalty to The Walking Dead because I'm a huge Walking Dead fan. So I was like, I'm gonna watch it. And whenever they connected, I'm like, oh, I like this better right now. I'm like, oh, that's okay. I get it now. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. Then it just got stupid, but that's not the point of this.
I am all about being loyal to television shows. I sign me up. I'm loyal to the Rams right now. I get it. I have loyalty.
Not the Bears, huh? You're not going to go Bears.
It's not that I'm not loyal to the Bears, but the Bears aren't playing right now. So it's like you with the Browns. Like the Browns aren't in it, so I can't.
That's for
sure. I'm anti-Bear. I need a team to root for the weekend. I ain't anti-Bear. I did struggle. I really couldn't go for the Packers. That was the only loyalty that I felt. So I rooted for the other team, San Francisco. Is that who they played? Yeah. And they won. Spoiler alert.
Don't like the Packers.
I know. Okay, we're going to get into good news for the day. Shout out to Adam and other people making funny comments. I am in pink. This is a surprise for your day, so we'll be right back. Morning, everyone. We are headed into our first segment of Daily Drop-In on this beautiful Monday morning, snowy for a lot of people. Thank you for those of you who have a snow day but are still up bright and early celebrating Daily Drop-In to kick off your morning. Jeff, we have some holidays today. We have some good news today. There's just a whole lot to be able to report on.
So I'm laughing at Jeff Kaplan, who says, I have a URL day today, Universal Remote Learning. I enjoyed that.
What do you mean?
They are just the URL, because URL is Universal Resource Locator, like when you type in. But I just enjoy Jeff Kaplan anytime he jumps into the comments. He makes me laugh. He doesn't even have to say anything funny.
I am dying for the next time we get to see Jeff Kaplan in person. I don't know that he's formally committed, but we're on a live show. Jeff Kaplan, can you formally commit that you are going to Teach Better Conference?
We need a comment commitment.
Yeah, we do. Because there's nothing like a Teach Better Conference without Jeff Kaplan. Like we can't have it if you're not there.
Well, apparently he has coronavirus right now, so
please be safe.
Hope you feel better, Jeff.
We hope you feel better.
And Jillian, I'm so sorry. She said it's 37 degrees in Florida, in flipping Florida. Wow.
Sorry, Jillian. It's cold.
It's 9 here. How cold is it in Chicagoland?
I don't know. I was gonna say, like, I'm sure it's colder here, but in Florida, she's not used to it.
Yeah, that's cold in Florida. That's a.
You know what? I'm practically in Florida because it's only 17 degrees here in Chicago.
17.
I'm like almost in Florida. All right, some good news for the day. It's a weird day of holidays. They're all like extremely obscure. Like Community Manager Appreciation Day. I'm a very appreciative person, but Community Manager is very specific.
Shout out to all the community managers.
Yep, shout out to them. It's also Macintosh Computer Day. So, cool.
Okay.
So, yeah. National Beer Can Appreciation Day. So, again, very specific. Not beer, but just beer can.
Not beer can.
Uh-huh. Wait, is that Jeff Kaplan saying he'll be at the conference? Is that what that comment is?
He will be, yeah, that is a commitment. Is that commitment instead of commitment? Am I saying that right? Commitment?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. All right, you heard it here. Jeff Kaplan will be there. I mean, it would have been a little weird if he wasn't. So
I really just don't think we would open the doors. We'd say, thank you for coming, but
Jeff's not here. Sorry. Go home.
Sorry. Yeah, we appreciate you.
Blame Jeff.
Yeah. Blame Jeff. Jeff, we're thrilled that you are coming to Teach Better Conference. So appreciate you committing to that on January 24th. For those of you who have not gotten your ticket, like Jeff Kaplan, it is October 14th and 15th. You can get all the details, and speakers are starting to be announced next week over at teachbetterconference.com.
Ooh, and still get $100 off right now, too.
Thank goodness. Guys, Save $100. You're going to use that to celebrate National Beer Can Appreciation Day. Save $100. Jeff, this is a holiday I know you don't celebrate, but we're going to force you to celebrate it live here on the Daily Drop-In because we have hard-hitting news. It is World Compliment Day. Can you model how to celebrate World Compliment Day?
Rae, I think you look great in pink. That's a very nice sweater. It looks super comfy.
It is super comfy.
It looks super soft.
It's very soft. Like if you were with me, I'd have you like rub my elbow to like feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not. It
Guys, if you could go to your local Ann Taylor loft this afternoon and go rub a sweater, that's what I recommend. That's all I'm saying.
Go rub a sweater. National Rubber Sweater Day. Preferably when it's not on somebody though. Don't be creepy.
Well, yeah, don't be creepy. Ask first, obviously. It is also okay, but this would also be good for Valentine's Day. You know that teachers out there, we always need like a Valentine's Day shirt. Valentine's Day this year is on a Monday, so you're probably going to have school. You're going to need something pink or red or festive. This sweater could be the fit. If only I was getting money for having this Ann Taylor ad.
Yeah, this would be good.
As somebody with a connection, tell Ann Taylor to call me. Okay. National Peanut Butter Day. Are you a peanut butter guy?
I'm a big peanut butter fan, but my kids, specifically Jacqueline, hate it with a fiery passion.
Jacqueline doesn't like peanut butter?
Jacqueline will smell it from, if I went up and ate peanut butter right now, she'd wake up and yell at me. Like it would wake her up out of, not really, but like if she came out and if I like try to like sit by her, she'd be like, "Oh, Dad."
It's very potent. So her not liking it. Yeah.
She doesn't like peanuts in general.
But she's not allergic. She doesn't like the smell.
No, she doesn't. Just doesn't like them. She used to when she was little. She liked peanut butter, but she doesn't anymore. And so then Jonathan doesn't like it because Jacqueline has talked so poorly about it, and he doesn't like it anymore either. So I get the extra crunchy.
I am hoping that changes someday for you, so you can enjoy peanut butter and freedom.
Oh no, she just deals with it. Like I ain't gonna stop Dad from eating this crunchy peanut butter.
I get it. Okay, I'm thrilled. That's awesome. How do you feel about forts?
I love forts.
Are you a fort fan?
I believe so. Yes.
So our good news story is all about fort building, but they're not talking about fort building where you're in your family room and you're making it out of the couch cushions. This is actually like outside with sticks and, like natural resources building a fort. Have you ever done that before?
Yeah, we used to do it a lot when I was a kid. We had woods behind us. We had several forts out back, and we had a fort that was actually pretty done where we kept like supplies and snacks and all kinds of stuff in there for us and our neighbor. Yeah.
I would love to hear from our network if you have had a outdoor fort that you like played in, or maybe you've done it with your kiddos. Like, we'd love to hear maybe a thumbs up or thumbs down to make it easy. I know it's bright and early this morning, but I have never had a fort. Like, that was never something that we played in outside. So maybe I'm the oddball here. Maybe everybody's had a fort experience. While people are commenting, though, I do want to tell you, there is a beautiful place that you should all choose to go visit on your next trip to Austin, Texas, where they did fort building. It was hosted by a wildflower center and botanical gardens. They called it Fortlandia. It's a celebration of childhood fort building, and it creates young, like imaginary forts for kiddos to play in. This universal childhood experience. They went beyond blankets and pillows and went from sticks and leaves and truly created a fort incredible space. It is multiple anchors. I apologize as I'm trying to read through this article. They truly built an incredible scene, and kids are welcome to come and play in this place in Austin, Texas. It is like honestly gorgeous. So the way that they've built all these different designs, there's tunnels, there's places up in trees, there's things down in the dirt. So neat. So if you need a place to take young kids, Austin, Texas, kind of a good news story. It was all donated by funds within the community. So
that's cool.
Kind of fun.
That's cool. Adam says he has a student that builds a fort out of snow and actually sleeps in it.
Oh, I saw a lot of those articles recently pop up, especially with the new snow. At least I know the snow is in the Midwest because I know you and I both got it. You're in Ohio and I'm in Illinois. But Adam, I don't know where your
He's in Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio. So your student is doing this. There was a article that I didn't choose to grab this morning that was a family in Oak Lawn that built like an igloo out of ice and was like sleeping in it and kind of like taking photos and doing fun stuff, which was kind of cool. So
Crazy. My sister-in-law the other day last week when we got the huge snow, her boys didn't want to go out. My nephews didn't want to go out, so she said, "Fine, I'll go out." She built this awesome it's like a half an igloo. She didn't do the whole thing, but then she roped lights all through it and had it going on. It was really cool looking.
Well, see, like when you incorporate lights, especially depending on how you do the snow and ice, that can be really, really neat. The one in Oak Lawn, that they did it similar. They made all these big ice blocks, and they colored them. So when you put when you put a light in the igloo,
it hits the colors.
All colors.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, definitely look that up. Shout out to the family in Oak Lawn, Illinois. Definitely go Google that. That would be a cool thing to bring to your students. Kind of put a picture up and say, how did they make this? I mean, it's really innovative. So.
Very cool.
Jeff, I think we should get to our brainstorm bank. We have a new theme this week, and I want to make sure that everybody gets those details before our show concludes.
Let's do that.
All right, here we go.
All right, welcome back, Daily Drop-In. I want to say this for the first time. Well, we are live every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. Is that how we're going to do it? Can we do like the and LinkedIn like that? I don't know why.
I think we have to. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
Did I do the right order? That's your order, right? Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. So now it's Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn.
I like it.
Okay. I think I'm always going to do and LinkedIn. I don't know. So we are live on LinkedIn now, too, for the first time today.
I know. For those of you who may not have connected with the Teach Better team over on LinkedIn, Brianne Fennell, who's actually a member of our team now, has been trying to come up with all these innovative ways for all of our community, all of you, to connect with us on all these different platforms. So shout out to Brianne, who inspired us figuring out how to also stream the show on LinkedIn. So if you guys aren't following the team page, go over and like it. Whether you are liking it on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, which you've heard of 1,000 times before, with us encouraging you to do that. Now LinkedIn is a new destination for you to go follow the team and all that's going on.
I love it. New destination and new topic this week for Daily Drop-In. We always try to have a theme, a topic that at least attempts to keep us on track at certain times. And really, it's what gets us into the next 4 days of the conversations with our guests and stuff, which I, again, did not look at to see who's coming on this week. So I'm excited about that. But our topic this week is authenticity, connecting, and I'm not looking at it right now. It's connecting values, beliefs, and actions. And that kind of sparked in my head. I'm like, oh, what are we thinking about there? I'm like, oh, it's just what you believe in, what you value. Like your actions should display that. Like that is authenticity. If you think about it at its core, is you're doing the things and being the person that you say you want to be and that you say you believe in. So that was an interesting thing. Is that where your mind went, Ray? It's just that if I say I believe this in my classroom, I should do these things in my classroom, right? I mean,
yeah, Brad Hughes and I come together every few weeks and really ensure that our themes are not only in line with our guests that are coming on so they can speak to their passion, but also to ensure that it's timely for our network. And as many of you know, there's a little bit of a lull at the end of January, especially through February, where there's a lot going on in schools, but many educators don't have breaks during this time. There's kind of some negative feelings can creep in very commonly during this season.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought that it would be a really good opportunity for us to do a check on what we believe in. As you saw last week and as you'll continue to see for the next few weeks, these aren't necessarily relevant topics like right now you are planning for something specific, so we want to make sure we touch on it, but more so doing a gut check. You went into the school year in August with plans, aspirations, goals. We want to make sure that everybody continues to hold true to themselves. I think authenticity is a huge element of educators and wanting to make sure that, again, what they say aligns with the choices that we make on a daily basis.
So how do we do that?
I think that we're going to have a lot of...
I know it was
I think we're going to have a lot of answers with our guests this week, because every single guest this week, which we'll get into in a minute, has a different perspective of why they went to education and what they really want to put their time and energy fighting for and everything in between. I think for today, especially on Monday, starting off the week, it's kind of one of those reflective moments where if you made a list, and I know we do this kind of frequently in different capacities, but if you made a list of 3 to 5 things that you really believe in, like as a teacher, these are core values that you want to either bring to your students or bring to the profession, I would make that list of 3 to 5 things, throw it on a Post-it, maybe it's on your phone, and do a reflection every single day this week. Did the choices you make, the small ones and the big ones, did they align to those values? Because sometimes we say, ooh, I really believe in student voice and choice in the classroom. And in your mind, that might mean in those big project opportunities, you really want to provide opportunities for students to have a voice and choice in their experience. Awesome. But do you also apply that same value when students walk in and, have an opportunity of choosing something else, so maybe something smaller in your classroom? And can we really go through those authentic moments and make sure that we are all set up for success?
I love that list becomes kind of like the second person in the conversation with you when you're planning, right? So when you have an idea, then you check it to that. And as long as it aligns with your values, then move forward.
Okay. I know, Jeff, you write a lot of your notes to yourself, like to-do lists and stuff virtually. Like you do it on your iPad very frequently. You also have paper pencil notes. I know you've gone that direction as well. I just think there's nothing like a Post-it. There's nothing like a Post-it at the top of your computer screen to remind you of something. And I do believe they have to change them out so it still stays relevant and catches your eye. But to me, this is a perfect week to like commit to a Post-it for 5 days, top of your laptop, 3 to 5 things that you want to make sure that you're checking yourself on if you're authentic with.
I love it. I agree.
What would be one thing that would be on your list? Something that's like a core value that you believe in, that you would want to check yourself throughout the week or throughout the day? Like, am I doing this? I can think of a ton for you just working with you for years.
For me, I think the biggest thing is impacting others, helping others. So like, doesn't do that. Which I know sounds probably very broad and cliche, but that's like the truth is like, am I doing this, choosing this, throwing this idea out for myself, or is it because I actually think it's going to help others and do things? So, and there's a lot of help others can mean a lot of different things, right? But for me, that's a big piece is this for me or is it for something that I believe in that I want to make an impact? And that doesn't mean that if it's for me, it's not a bad thing or that it's a bad thing. I can't do it. It's just a check.
I was going to do something for you that was related to supporting others. Like that's a big core value that you not only preach, but you model all the time in your actions. So that would be a good one as you go throughout your day to like, and again, I don't think it needs to be every single choice. And if you don't have every single choice aligning to that pillar, then you're unauthentic. But if the majority of your decisions align to these 3 to 5 things, then you know that you're really representing yourself well. So I'd love to hear in the comments if you guys had to identify on that list that 3 to 5 core pillars of you as an educator. Can you give us one? Like I know 3 to 5 would be great. That's a lot to type out early in the morning, but what is like something that regardless you really stand for? Like supporting all learners. I feel like that's a really easy one for educators to say, I believe that to my core. I want to, support as many students as possible, regardless of their needs, but sometimes we don't always get to make like that intentional choice. We hand out a learning opportunity that doesn't have any differentiation. And then maybe that doesn't always align to what our core pillar is. So I don't know, it'd be a cool activity this week.
Flipping it back to you, Rae, what's one that would be on your list or that is already on your list?
Oh my gosh. A core pillar that I have. I think there's a lot of things that I believe in, that I preach, that I hope that I emulate in my conversations and in the different things I get to do. I think an easy one for me that's been top of mind in some of the trainings we've been doing this week is just, I believe in mastery learning, but do I design experiences to support that I believe in mastery learning? Like a big conversation on our team. So internal, like conversations we're having with Chad and Jeff and and Dave and I have been conversations around, we believe in differentiation. We believe in mastery learning. We really believe that we can duplicate that in classrooms around the world. We've been able to provide professional development to do that. but does our professional development actually model those practices? That's been a big conversation, right?
Yeah.
It's always comical when you sit in a professional development session that's telling you not to lecture, but it's provided in a lecture, right? So although I do think the team has done an incredible job being able to provide diverse learning opportunities for our community, yeah, I think that's a big one for sure. Having that reminder, how do we constantly provide different opportunities for our network?
I like it.
Very cool.
Okay,
I do love the comments coming in. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for participating. So fun.
Now I need to know who's coming this week to talk about this topic.
Yeah, so there's some new faces this week. So let's get into upcoming this week, because I definitely want you all to go follow them over on social media, connect with these individuals because they have a lot to share. So we'll be right back. All right, friends, as you know, every single week we have new guests joining the show Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then, of course, we end our week with the incredible Brad Hughes as often as we possibly can. Just like we like to start our Mondays all together with Jeff Gargis. Always so fun. Jeff, we do have a mix of familiar faces and new faces for this week's show. And you know one specifically. Tomorrow, Justin is joining us. Justin is an assistant principal on the East Coast, and he is one of the co-owners of Wear Share Care, which is a bracelet company that supports funding support for educators around the country. Look,
didn't even realize it, but yeah.
I love it. So Justin is joining us. It's so interesting. Justin is not only going to be able to speak from an educator lens, but also having this organization that supports educators. I'm so excited to have him on the show, interview him. He has some beautiful kids. So it'll be great to get an update on his family. And for those of you who are at the Teach Better Conference 2019, he was there celebrating along with us.
He's not been live with us before, though, has he?
He has been, but it was ages ago. Like he has, but like maybe back in like 2018 or 2019.
Wow, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So we've not had him on the show in a long time.
That's cool, though.
Very cool. So that'll be a fun conversation with Justin, obviously talking about authenticity. I'd love to hear his perspective, not only as a building principal, but also obviously in his role of running kind of like his side hustle where he creates different things to bring educators together. Him doing that very authentically, I'm sure. So there'll be some conversation with that as well.
Very cool. Okay, Wednesday.
Okay, so go connect with him on Twitter. That's really his avenue. And for those of you who are on our email list, we sent out a link that shares, we shared out an email that has our guests all linked, so you can go connect with them. Whereas on Wednesday, we are having a new face. Her name is Selena, and she is very popular. I connect with her over on Instagram. So again, depending on what social media you're on, Justin is great to connect with on Twitter. Go connect with Selena on Instagram. She's an educator who I'm sure will be sharing a lot, and we are excited to have a new face on the show.
Having new faces, yes. All right, and Thursday.
Last but not least, we have James Miles joining us. He is also on Instagram. He's known as the Fresh Professor, and he is all about authentically presenting content to his students through a multitude of ways. One of them is rap and culture. So I cannot wait for him to bring his A game on Thursday.
All right, I like it. So 2 out of 3 very new faces, and one that's been around for a while but hasn't been on screen for a long time. So that's cool.
It'll be very cool.
And then, of course, Friday is Brad Hughes.
Brad Hughes, yeah. So I think this week is really going to lead to a lot of good conversation. Spoiler alert, that next week we're getting into parent communication. So again, just trying to do these refresh of best practices, decisions that we make as educators. So I think this will lend to a lot of good conversations.
That's exciting.
Should be good. Jeff, what do you have planned for the week? Do you have a busy week ahead of you?
Actually, well, compared to like the last 2 weeks, no, because the last 2 weeks you and I have had just a lot of meetings, and which is good because there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things we're kicking off, a lot of things we're getting in order, refreshing, actually a lot of reflection, and making sure things were what we wanted to be. But this week, not too bad. Got a long day today. Got some late meetings tonight, but I'm excited about them, so that's good. But not a fairly typical week, which is good.
Yeah, I do want to let our network know this week is kind of a quiet week for the Teach Better team. We've had so many announcements last few weeks, bringing new celebrations to you. But this week is the last week that we have to prepare for some huge announcements next week. I wonder if we could kind of tease those a little bit so people maybe have it in the back of their mind that the last day of January, beginning of February, that week next week is going to be one to pay attention to some stuff.
So I was trying to think of a witty way of teasing it, but I don't know how to do it other than like, hey, we're going to release speakers for the conference.
Yeah.
Is that teasing it well enough? I don't feel like it's a tease.
Well,
but
that's one of the things happening next week. There's actually other things happening next week as well, which is we don't want you to miss any of it. So
there are other things next week too?
Yeah, there's at least one more thing.
Well, that's exciting when I don't know.
No, you do.
Okay, I get to enjoy it too.
Let's focus on the conference first. For those of you who have, aspirations to come to the Teach Better Conference, we'd love to have you involved. You can find out details of the Teach Better Conference over at teachbetterconference.com. It is not until October, but we do have proposals opening. We want you to submit to speak. There are a lot of different session opportunities, all different session lengths. We've been actually sharing out tips and tricks on how to get prepared to submit your proposals. Proposals open on March 1st. So if that's not on your calendar, March 1st, you have all of March and all of April to submit your session proposal. And then our committee will review and release those later on this summer. But in the meantime, while you're preparing your proposal, while you're submitting your proposal and waiting for approval, we do have a lineup of 12 speakers that we'll be releasing between starting next week, all the way through the beginning of May to get you excited to join the community that's all coming together October 14th and 15th. And I'm very excited to get this spoiler out there. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've been planning this for months.
So this is the last quiet week for a long time, essentially.
So excited.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah. So these 12 speakers are all speakers that have already committed to be at the Teach Better Conference. Once you submit your proposal and it gets accepted, you also will be added to that list of educators and speakers who will be committing to attend our October 14th and 15th extravaganza. But
it's an extravaganza now?
Extravaganza. These educators will be a part of sessions that they'll be presenting and also active members in the networking events that will be going on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of that event. So we've been keeping this secret for a long time. Can you believe that we haven't spoiled these 12 people that are joining us right now?
Are we sharing our keynote speakers too, or no? Are we going to tell anybody about that or no?
Yes, we have we have 2 keynotes that will be released in that 12. Okay. And then we have featured speakers that will be the rest of those 12. And it is a group.
And we're not going to do this thing where it's like, oh, Jeff's a speaker.
No, we don't count.
We don't count. Yeah, I just want to make sure that people are like, it's 12 people that's not Jeff, so you can be excited about it.
Yeah, it's not 12 like Jeff, Ray, Dave, Chad, Brian, Andrea, Megan. Like
people that are not on the team. It's all 12. Yes.
It's not people on the team. We do not count as the 12. No. Of course, when you come to Teach Better Conference, you're going to see the Teach Better team. You're going to see Teach Better ambassadors. You're going to see a lot of people. These 12 are like new faces come in to support the conference. We cannot wait.
Yes.
I will say, though, Jeff, if you've been following the Teach Better team for the last few years and you've positively reacted to friends on the daily drop-in, or you've positively reacted to like webinars we've hosted with outside guests or things like that, you are going to see some familiar faces.
That's exciting then.
Yes. Next week is going to be huge. So for those of you who are excited to put that on your calendar, we will be announcing Monday morning these big names. We cannot wait for you to go learn about them if you haven't connected with them already on social media, but also get excited to meet them in person and possibly get an autograph on some of their books when you're there at the Teach Better Conference. But those will be announced next week in groups of either 1 or 2, and there'll be some fun that we'll be announcing with that.
We get to announce it?
Well, there will be some big ways that we're announcing it, but yes, we'll be a part of it.
Oh, that's exciting.
Monday mornings from now on, Jeff, you and I will have somebody that we're celebrating.
Ooh, good. That's good, because I'm getting a little tired of celebrating us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Over it, for sure.
So, okay. So I need to make sure I'm dressed well next Monday. You're not going to do this weird color stuff. You're going to wear a black shirt or a dress or something. And we're gonna bring our A game is what I'm saying.
Is this not my A game? Like, friends, I'm in pink. Like, is this not A game style? Because I bought a blue shirt too. So like, can I wear blue, or is that
blue
fashion?
How about you test blue out sometime this week? Let's see what the reaction is, and then we can go from there. Why don't you test blue on Friday with Brad? See how Brad reacts.
We'll see. Yeah, Brad, I will test blue with you on Friday. Let's see if I can remember to do that.
See. So, okay, it's exciting. A lot of stuff going on.
Yes. Also, next week, keep your eyes out. We have some exciting work being done with our administrator mastermind. So keep an eye out for some big celebrations, some big details. If you're a leader in any way, shape, or form, if you're an administrator, assistant principal, if you work in the unit office, or if you have a friend that you'd like to encourage that is looking for kind of a group to brainstorm, the difficulties of that job with, our admin mastermind meets on Tuesdays, and it will be getting a little bit of a facelift coming up here. We are excited to give you some details about that next week.
Okay, that's exciting too.
Andrea says that I'm allowed to she says keep it going, Rae.
She does. She's in charge. So I guess you can keep it going. Gotta go back to Ann Taylor's and get some purples and some oranges and
I'm just saying we're looking for a conference sponsors right now, and I think Ann Taylor Loft should sponsor.
Ann Taylor should, yeah. All right, I'll call her.
You'll call Ann Taylor Loft?
Yeah, I'll call Ann. Yeah, I call her Ann. I don't know why I don't say her full name and company like that. I just call her Ann. Or Annie.
I want Tommy Bahama to sponsor Dave. That's all I care about. Yeah.
Okay, so big stuff coming next week. So that's exciting.
Yep. Any final, like words of wisdom for our network before we head into Monday, January 24th?
No, just, actually, I'm going to say something because I've been thinking about this a lot. Me, I hate when people don't love Mondays, right? And I always harp on that over and over. I'm always about that, right? And I've been thinking about this. I was thinking about this yesterday quite a bit. Like, you know what? I need to tell educators, it's all right if you don't love Mondays right now. Like, it's okay to be exhausted. It's okay to be beat down, burn out right now. This is a really, really difficult time. And there's still a lot of people, and I probably still will, that are like, oh, you should love what you do. You should be excited to go in every day. But you know what? If you need it, if you need to hear it today, it's okay. You still need to show up for your kids, but it's okay to not be super pumped to go into your ridiculously difficult job. That's ridiculously difficult, even when there isn't a pandemic, by the way. But so that's my thing. Here's my permission. Your permission from Jeff, if you need that for some reason, that it's all right to celebrate your snow day and be excited that you have the day off for you, because this year is just what we're asking of educators this year is absurd. So that's my note. I hope that's okay. However, Rae, are not you must love your Mondays and your job.
Well, and I think
you're not allowed to be tired.
I think there's a perspective there, Jeff, because I know that we weren't necessarily going to speak to this too much, but it's okay to not love Mondays, but love elements of Mondays.
You can still love your job, yes.
Well, but you can still be excited for the first 15 minutes of school where you get to walk in and say good morning 500 times to students. That's a great feeling. You may not be excited for all the hubbub that comes with wiping down tables and mandating different things that your school's requiring, but you can be excited for moments in your Monday, even if it's a tough day. So trying to identify those moments to celebrate and trying to give yourself permission to not necessarily love every other moment. That's okay too. I like that. That makes sense. Be good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But we do want to see your Post-it challenge. So for those of you who
want to see that, yeah, for sure.
We would love to see your 3 to 5 things. Maybe you could take a screenshot and either direct message it to us if you don't want it to share publicly on social media. Just DM us. We'd love to see it. We won't share it on social, but we'd love to celebrate you. Or if you're willing to allow your community to see your 3 to 5 things that you feel authentically represent you, post on social. Make sure you tag us. We'd love to see your challenge this week, and hopefully our guests will add to that conversation on authenticity. That'd be cool.
I love it.
All right.
Awesome. All right, and Bree's gonna get Ann Taylor Loft to
yes. I love it. We hope that you all have a wonderful Monday, January 24th. Ooh, there's a lot to celebrate today, including my dog jumping up into the screen. If you are not watching live or on, camera with today's show, you're missing out. If you're listening on the podcast, we're telling you this is one you need to go watch, apparently. But Jeff, I hope you have a great Monday. Cheers, friend. It'll be a lot of good
Monday.
Be good.
All right,
Be safe
we'll
with
see.
the snow. Yeah. Bye, guys.